everybody. Welcome to the show with Mike and T-Roy. Hello, T.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, pal?
Yeah, I'm all right, I suppose.
Hanging in there, yeah.
I am.
Good. I love that shirt.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah. You got the best shirt collection.
I'm getting there.
You really
It's
do,
growing.
man. Yeah.
This was a Christmas gift from my mother.
Yeah, it's perfect.
This is a show I was supposed to be at. This was Dead and Company at Wrigley Field.
What happened? Why didn't you?
I had tickets, fucking dope seats right on the field.
Yeah.
Everything. And,
Yeah.
my daughter was sick, so.
Fucking kids, man.
I know it, right?
Oh.
Yeah, she had some stuff going on, and I just couldn't justify doing it. But I did. I sold them, and I sold them for exactly what I paid. Yeah. And I fucking in the spirit of the miracle, and I did a little research. I didn't put them on Ticketmaster. You know, I went through like some
dead fan
sites and stuff, and
it's
I kind of
Dead
vetted
and Company
people.
is the shirt for those not
watching
us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wrigley Field showed.
Wrigley Field in 2017.
Yes, sir. But I found a guy that was there and wanted to get tickets and couldn't, and
You want to explain the miracle to non-deadheads?
I suppose, yeah. I Need a Miracle is a song, actually, but it's
I need a miracle
every day. So back in the day of touring around with the Dead, people that would tour around, didn't really have tickets, and they would walk around with one finger up. I need a miracle. If somebody had an extra ticket that they could get into the show.
Yeah.
Once we picked up on that vibe, we would go and we would buy our 3 or 4 tickets or whatever we would be buying, whoever was going. And we would all chip in and buy one extra ticket.
Yeah.
And
then, miracle.
And then miracle. I mean, it's usually a hot chick, but
of
either way, it's in the spirit of giving.
Yeah. There's no better feeling. I used to miracle kids at show when I would go to concerts a lot.
Yeah.
I would, because I had to get up at so early in the morning, so it was like AC/DC at the Palace. I'd have second row seats right in front of the stage, but it was like I can't stay here till midnight and then go to work at 4 in the morning.
Songs
and I would literally, Amy and I were together at the time, and we were down there in front, and fucking Brian Johnson was hitting on Amy from the stage. It was ridiculous, dude. But then we went up to the fucking highest and last goddamn row in the stadium and found 2 kids probably in their early 20s, literally
rocking
on top
out.
of their seats, rocking out. I just walked up to them. I was like, here, boys, enjoy the show. They're looking at it. They're looking at me like, what the fuck? Are we getting arrested? What's going on? And they just looked at him and they were like, no way. And then fucking beeline right down to the front of the stage.
Yep. Yeah, it's nice.
I got miracled at the last show with Jerry Garcia ever that they did, also at Wrigley Field.
No, that was Soldier Field.
Soldier Field. I'm sorry. Jeez. Yeah.
Same city.
Soldier Field.
Different
in
stadium.
Chicago. And I got miracled at that one. I think you got miracled. Maybe.
Well, no.
I don't remember that story.
We got sold grilled cheese.
Yeah.
And then old
Veggies.
styles and made enough money to buy a ticket.
Yeah.
To get in. Yep.
Yeah. Which is a sold out show.
Oh,
I mean, anytime. Yeah, it was the last show that Jerry did before passing away.
Indeed.
So,
Who knew?
Yeah, and how cool is that we were at that final show? And people still bitch like, oh, yeah, it's not the best show, blah, blah, blah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
No,
It was the last one. Were you there?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure there's a million people that claim to have been there, but we bring receipts.
We do have receipts.
Yes.
In fact, more receipts than somehow we have more tickets than we needed.
Yeah, I didn't even realize how many times we saw the Dead.
Yeah.
Quite a few. When I'm running through my ticket stubs and stuff, it's like, wow, I really saw Aerosmith a lot and the Grateful Dead quite a bit. Metallica more than I thought. Like, there's quite a few bands, but the Dead, we every year, see them here and see them somewhere else.
It was only a 3-year run.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
pretty crazy when you think about that one.
Yeah, that's nuts. Nuts.
God bless.
Think about. Sorry we weren't here yesterday. I was feeling kind of crummy yesterday and was running some errands, and finally I was like, don't worry about it. So anyways, that was the excuse for yesterday. We'll make good this week. We'll try and make good for it. But
we'll do something.
Yeah.
We'll make this show extra good.
Extra fun.
Yeah, it'll be like a twofer.
Fun. Yeah.
Double up on jokes.
We'll try. I don't know how funny we are, but we'll try that. Anyway, Walters at DetroitCast.com, radiofor1.com. You can listen there. You can buy merch there. The Amazon link and Amazon Canada. I guess we had some people that were struggling to find those links, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, but if you turned your phone sideways, it pulled up the links just fine.
It was a resizing issue for the mobile site,
right?
What it turned out to be. So they were there. You looked at it. Normally there was the 4 icons up front,
right?
And if you looked at it, you only saw the two. Two were missing. Well, they were there. They were just on the outside of the screen for whatever. If you turn it sideways, they'd pop up. Or if you were on a PC, is that is PC? Is that what you call it anymore?
Yeah, laptop, PC, whatever.
Okay. That seemed like a dinosaur saying.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple messages from people and I appreciate the shit out of you guys attempting to do that, and
letting us know if it's not, because that's the way we know there's an issue,
right? And that's hard for people. I get it. You're like, you know what? I tried to do you a solid, and the shit's not even here. So I appreciate all the people that reached out and said, "Hey, what happened to it?" So I don't know how it's fixed now today.
So I'm just checking right now.
Getting that square, but if you ran into that problem,
all fixed.
Yep, okay,
back to normal.
Good. My Pillow is there as well. Just use promo code TDC. You'll get tremendous discounts there, and he does us a solid. He takes care of us. So Groupon is there, and also a link to our Patreon page. We added another hour of great content. I thought that was good on Sunday. You know, we dropped a new hour, and I thought the stories were good. So hopefully people enjoyed that.
Absolutely.
Now, God, I got my finger fucking slammed today.
What'd you slam it on?
Well, I had to go to the hospital. Well, the hospital where I had my surgery, they send my...
Slammed your finger so bad you had to go to the hospital?
No. I had to go pick up scripts. You know, like every Monday I got to go and pick up these stupid scripts. I know it's Tuesday, but they were out yesterday, which was awesome to not have them. But I'm next in line, and so I'm standing at the counter, and this one lady comes flying by, and they've just got one of those doors that swings open. It's, one of those.
Double hinged, one of those?
Yeah, exactly. Double hinged.
Swings both ways?
Yep, goes both ways. And I've got my hands like this. When she goes by, that thing came through and just whack. I'm like, fuck. They're like, oh my God. They start freaking out. I'm like, I'm fine.
Right.
I'm strong enough
Throw
to
a couple extras in there for this.
Yeah,
for the hassle.
She's like, are you okay? I can't believe I just did that. I was in a hurry, blah, blah, blah. I was like,
slow down, bitch.
Picking up pain meds anyway, so it's fine. We're good. Just let's get going with this, and then I'll be out of your way. So
how the hell are they out of pain meds?
Great question. You know, because they'll only give you a week at a time. They won't give you like they used to. You know, like, oh, here's 120 for the month or whatever. However they prescribe them, but now no, they'll give you 40 of them for a week or whatever you're taking.
Yeah,
and yeah, so I have to call. Or on Thursday to give them 2 days to fill it for Monday, which is, no place has them. And then they're like, well, the pharmacy downstairs always has them. I'm like, great. So why don't we just send them there? I don't need to go to the Walgreens on my corner. I can just make the 10-minute drive to you guys and get them here. And then they were out of them. I'm like, okay.
Okie dokie.
So anyway.
That well's got to be running dry pretty soon.
Yeah, you mean me personally? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I have an appointment on the 18th.
Okay.
So that'll be 8 weeks, and so my guess is that'll be the time when they
shut it off.
Shut it off, or they'll probably have to wind you down. I'm assuming.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know either. So yeah, but I'm meeting. That's my first follow up with the surgeon. So
yeah, I don't think there's. I don't think you're supposed to be far enough along where you have to wean off of them.
Maybe. I don't know, because I was on them for quite a while before that, so I don't know how that works. Okay. We'll see.
We'll find out.
We're going to find out.
Time will tell.
Yeah. A couple weeks to go. But anyway. Tucker Carlson, I got to say, man, I'm missing my man Tucker.
Are you?
Yeah. I find myself really enjoying the content and agreeing with him on so many levels. Like, so many Fox personalities, I can't fucking stand. I can't stand Hannity. No. Like I curse the TV. Something about him just seems like a fucking giant fraud to me, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's fair.
I don't know.
But if I get stuck, but it's like, oh God, that Tucker's not here anymore. So it's like, all right, let's see what Hannity's doing. And he's got the studio audience, and he makes them like say hello to Tucker or to fucking Laura, and it's just the dumbest shit ever. dumbest shit ever. And Laura Ingraham, I feel like, is such a partisan hack too. Like, it's weird. Tucker was the kind of the middle of the road. He'd call out the Republicans for bullshit. He'd call out the left for bullshit. And it was just more like, okay, I can deal with this. But now he gone. And boy, oh boy, the leaked videos that are coming out now.
Oh, really? Oh, leaked videos even.
Yeah. Oh, newly leaked videos coming out. I've got a couple of them here. So what these are, this is like, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing where he's in his studio. And I don't know where, I think he lives in D.C. So I don't know if this is like it must just be a studio there in D.C. that he uses. And then he's got his Fox Nation show, which is their, you know, CNN Plus, their streaming thing. Right. And
what's CNN Plus?
Yeah, it only lasted for like, I don't know, 48 hours.
Never heard of it.
I had. That was one of my favorite stories from a couple of years ago. I mean, the fact that they lost like $150 million in a week, and that thing fucking exploded. It was like, what made you think that this was going to go over in any way like you thought it was? Like, you're struggling to get any ratings whatsoever for Don Lemon or Anderson Cooper. Why on earth do you think that people are going to want to pay for that now? Which they didn't, and so they blew the thing up. And there's been a lot of changes to the kind of media landscape, and who knows when the real story of Tucker will come out. But I got to tell you, man, as a fan of his, it's very disappointing to see videos like this come out where you're kind of getting their true self, and you know,
Steven Crowder.
Yeah, Steven Crowder's a good one like that, you know, and we've been biting our tongue for quite a while about Steven Crowder.
Right.
We've known for a couple years.
Even before that, I just got that.
You got that vibe, and so did my mom. I don't know why. I've talked to Landau off the air about this,
and he thinks fraudulent.
He thinks women have a knack for seeing through shit like that. Because I've told him, I was like, dude, my mom has been saying like, something about this guy is fucking off. You know, he's smart. He's not terribly funny. No. You know, he's the star of the show, right? He is.
It's his name.
Yet, right, it's his name on the marquee. Yet, when you go see when they did that comedy tour, it's Dave Landau who's headlining because Dave Landau is way funnier.
Well, and he's an actual comic.
Right. Crowder sort of is too. He likes to fancy himself.
Well, that's like saying I'm a fucking basketball player.
Right. Yeah, but Steven has done sets before, and he's trying to do them now. And you know, I don't know how much I should say because we're going to get Dave on again and talk about some of this stuff.
We're talking Tucker here.
No, but we were actually talking to Dave about coming on today. Dave really is a sweet, sweet guy. You know him, I know he's a great guy.
Very kind.
And while he's being honest about, you know, why he's not on Crowder's show, he's also not one of these that wants to sit down and like shit talk.
No. He's essentially just giving his side on some level. But
right.
He's not talking shit. And he's certainly not telling it all.
No. And I've talked to him quite a bit. And it's a push, and it's a tug of war with him internally. Like, he understands how much his personal fan base is growing because of Anthony Cumia and then Steven Crowder. Like, he's not, you know, but he also was treated pretty shitty from Crowder. You know, that control freak aspect. It's still really hard. The video that's been going around from a few days ago of him and his wife, Hillary, fighting. And those are tough because while we all like being a fly on the wall for gossipy, juicy things, it's still a guy in his fucking house in his backyard.
Yeah, what did she?
You know what I mean? Like
it's their Ring camera.
Yeah.
So she fucking put that out.
So her family.
There's a nail in the coffin.
Which that thing's been off for a while. That marriage, which a lot of people's are. You know, I'm not shitting on him for that. I don't know Steven. You know, we've met him, but don't really know him at all. I really like the other guys on that show, you know. But, you know, I don't want to just see someone like that $50 million offer he had and burn that to the ground. Like, there's a lot of things, like something's off there. Something's unstable. So we'll talk to Dave about it, but I want to be I don't want to go on like a shit spree, and I know you don't either, and Dave isn't really interested in that. So
no, let Dave tell it.
Yeah, exactly. And Dave's a good friend of ours. So we've talked about doing stuff together, and those conversations continue. So, we'll get him on before talking much more about it. But Tucker, I got to tell you, dude, there's 2 videos I have, and they're both off air. So these are like in between breaks or before the show starts, and they're disturbing. I got to tell you, I don't know if he can come back from stuff like this.
Really?
Yeah, it's tough. So why don't we play the first one?
I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So these were leaked by Media Matters. So some of the remarks were included in a New York Times report and said there's a lot of highly incriminating clips. And so this is one of those incriminating clips. And he's, I don't know. We'll see. Tell me what you think. But
why will that stay big? Yeah. Talk dirty to it.
I don't want to be a slave to Fox Nation, which I don't think that many people watch anyway. We're gonna because I'm like a representative of the American media now. Speaking to an exile in Romania and welcoming him back into the Brotherhood of Journalists.
Yeah, it would help us out if he wore a sweater though, because we asked him not to wear a suit. Like he was panicking about it. So you don't have to. Tucker's gonna be looking casual.
Pause.
That's just how our show looks.
So they're talking about a guest. This is for the paywall. Behind the paywall is clearly they're talking about an interview with a guest that's coming in, and the guy's going, look, he's gonna dress normal, no suit and tie, and he's trying to get it. The producer or whoever is on the phone with him is like, hey, can we do, where you kind of dress down too, make him feel comfortable? And Tucker's like, but go ahead. Sorry.
Is that okay?
I mean, this is airing on the nighttime show, and I want it to look official. I don't want it to be like bro talk. And I, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the majority of it, like if we go like 45 minutes, it's going to be for Fox Nation.
But nobody's going to watch it on Fox Nation. Nobody watches Fox Nation because the site sucks. So I'd really like to just dump the whole thing on YouTube. But anyway, that's just my view. I'm just frustrated with it's hard to use that site. I don't know why they're not fixing it. It's driving me insane. And they're like making like Lifetime movies, but they don't work on the infrastructure of the site. Like what? It's crazy, and it drives me crazy because it's like we're doing all this extra work and no one can find it. It's unbelievable, actually. I don't know who runs that site.
We're going to play a sizable chunk on the show tomorrow night. That's the plan. And then what it's going to do is drive a lot of people to watch this on Fox Nation. It's going to be a great help to what we're doing over there on TV today.
I know, but we're doing our part. We're like working like animals to produce all this content, and the people in charge of it, whoever that guy's, whatever his name is, like they're ignoring the fact that the site doesn't work. And I think it's like a betrayal of our efforts. That's how I feel. So of course I resent it.
Oh, what a monster.
Yeah. I mean, again, I know that was probably really disturbing to a lot of listeners. And again, when they talk about highly incriminating, that's one of the things.
What's the headline on this? What was the dump? What's the point of this? Was this the Tucker's? Did they promote this as like fuck this guy?
Yeah, this is
really?
Well, it's as you could tell from that clip alone, it's highly incriminating.
Right.
I mean, it's sad.
Okay.
And it's disturbing, and I don't know if there's a comeback for a guy like that.
Oh yeah, right.
Making comment like he's trying to come off as like I'm worried about the audience who's never going to see all this work we're putting in, and it's just it's devastating for fans alike.
Okay,
it's just
not what I expected there.
Yeah, it's tough. It only gets worse from there.
I bet.
Yeah. So go ahead. Why don't we? So the next one, T, is another link over, and this. So he's agreed to do Piers Morgan's show. Now Piers Morgan has a show on Fox Nation, It's all right.
I know. No, it pisses me off.
So this is Media Matters again, I believe. Yeah, we're not able to make it full screen, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. And I love watching these when they're like in a commercial break and you can hear shit going on in the background, and they're working on his hair and they're fucking doing a little makeup and they're just unfazed. Mm-hmm. You know, it's weird when you have that done. You know, if you go into a news place and they're gonna do that, they're up your shirt with mics and they're fucking
every day of your life. You become immune to it.
It's a weird thing. I've only done it once or twice, but it's a weird fucking thing getting mic'd up and having them powder you. But these guys are so used to it, right? That you know. So this is again. I apologize in advance for listeners who are struggling with this kind of thing. They think they know who Tucker Carlson is.
Another bomb dropped here.
And
see the real Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
Stand
Everyone
up.
in this company is thrilled that you're doing this. I've gotten more calls from people about it.
Oh, that's great. Well, I got to say, when I came to New York a couple of weeks ago, I couldn't believe how welcoming and friendly everybody was. It was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah, they really mean it from the owners on down.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool to see it. I like that. It's a good, you know, people are nice in this company, I think. They've always been nice to me anyway.
I completely agree. Everyone's been very, very friendly and very nice, and I really appreciate it. But thank you so much for coming on. It's fantastic.
I bet that doesn't change. Of course.
Yeah. It's just great to have you on my show. I mean, I've been on yours enough times. It's great.
I think it's totally cool. So let's, if we're going to talk about sex, I'd love to hit some of the fine points of technique.
It's not funny.
You know, it's your show. It's totally up to you.
We can certainly talk about your sexual technique, especially after your tanning testicles last week.
Not mine. We'll speak in more general terms, but I've got something to add.
All right, move his chair. Oh, yeah.
Again, look, I apologize in advance to listeners. Again, highly incriminating, and it's tough. There was another one, apparently, that Media Matters also deemed creepy. He joked about his own appearance, saying he would wait for his post-menopausal fans to tell him how he looked on air.
Oh, what a creep.
Oh, wow. Yeah, absolute creepdom.
I stand by my sentiment of actually liking Tucker. You know what I mean? Like the person, like the what? Not that I know him. Like I can speak to that level.
Well, you're a real piece of shit too, T.
Clearly.
So you can associate with this. You feel a connection there.
Yep.
He joked under his breath that someone's girlfriend was yummy, and then he said, "Just kidding." In case this is being pulled off the bird. Hey, Media Matters for America, go fuck yourself. I don't even know what his girlfriend looks like, and if I did, I would not find her yummy. It's another one. I got to tell you, man, all kidding aside, this only makes him look more fucking human and real. The same bitches and complaints that fans would have, that viewers would have, you know, especially about, and I got to tell you, I kind of disagree with him on the Fox Nation stuff. I don't pay for it, but we had a listener that I had put it out there like, I wouldn't mind checking out. There was a couple, I can't remember what they were doing, but they had a few, like a Hunter Biden series about what they'd found on the computer, and I wanted to watch some of it. And so one of our listeners was nice enough that he had a membership and gave me those, and I swear I thought the site was pretty damn cool.
Well,
in the way
you don't know the timelines of that either. That could have been very early on.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
Maybe they were working the bugs out too. So
maybe
it may not totally line up.
That's fair. But what I found was I'd go there and it's like, oh, there's the thing. It's not super easy to navigate, so for that part I get. But there were like, oh, here's the Hunter Biden series, and it was like I click on it and it pulls up. It's going to run a 10-second commercial beforehand. And you don't have to wait 5 seconds. You could just hit skip. Fuck it. Gone. And it's fine.
They try that at first until everybody skips them, and then they start making it look longer and longer, probably.
But it's not like YouTube.
Well, if you're already behind the paywall.
So and and a lot of times it's promoting something else on the network.
Sure.
And you can just skip every single time I've been there. And now my credentials don't work, so the guy probably dropped his membership. So if anyone else has it, I'd love to get in there from time to time. They've done a lot of really cool stuff. Like they did a multi-part thing on Yellowstone with Kevin Costner as the host. It was great. It has nothing to do with politics, but it's like kind of the history and, when the president at the time, I can't remember who it was, said that we need to protect these lands and have like national parks for America. And this was the first one, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep, the Yellowstone. But it's cool, just like a historical thing. And I found it informative. And it's not like, yeah, fuck the left, fuck the lib. It's not like that at all. So I was happy with it. Tucker, on the other hand, I totally get it. It's hard. When we do something and it's like, oh, that was really funny, and we put it into members, content, it sort of sucks because a fraction of the people that would normally hear it are going to hear it.
Yeah, right.
And that's kind of his thing. It's like we're working our asses off to put all this great content in here, and nobody's going to fucking see it.
Yeah, they're getting frustrated.
If you've got 3.5 million viewers a night of your regular show, and then 100,000 are what's going to actually see it on Fox Nation, right. He's like, dude, what am I putting all this work in for? I'm doing a second show, essentially. So I understand that. But I think Tucker comes off much realer. And I think I've heard from people that know him that say he's as genuine as they come.
Yeah,
super nice.
Just about everything I've seen. Is
outside of these highly incriminating.
Well, yeah, these of course. Yeah, these I hadn't seen before. I'm going to have to process this and reassess my standpoint here.
I'll give you 24 hours to process it and see where you stand.
Good old NPR. They had what's her twat that's suing them or whatever. The chick for because they put a Christmas tree up. And that shit.
Yeah. That was.
So they had an interview with her.
They did.
Yeah, they interviewed her, so I got to listen to that.
Oh, when they put up the Christmas tree at Tucker's studio or whatever.
Yeah,
the executive producer did.
Yeah,
and this girl, as a Jew,
was triggered.
Lawsuit coming.
Unbelievable. How could you dare?
As a Jew, how could she be expected to go to work and look at a Christmas tree? It's just.
It's a hostile work environment.
Mind-blowing. Yeah.
And it was example after example like that. But what's funny is that these people, both her and the host or interviewer, whatever, libtard, could not keep Tucker Carlson's name out their fucking mouth. It was Tucker.
Yeah.
And every example she would say had absolutely nothing to do with Tucker. He was not involved. She had almost zero interaction with Tucker.
I don't think she ever met him.
Never, exactly. Had no interaction with him, whatever. But anytime it came up, it was, we're just following Tucker's lead. Like, okay, that was handed down from the top, was it? Fuck the Jews, Christmas trees only. It was never like, that's what Tucker said. It was never like, no, this came from Tucker directly. It was always like, well, we're just that's Tucker's vibe, so that's just what we're going to do. And
he's got a great relationship with his executive producer. His top guy has been with him for years and years and years. And so when you have a working relationship with talent like that, and I like to think that I had that with Drew.
Sure.
You can almost tell where they're going before they go there. And so people would often ask, like, how are you so fast with the drops? And it's like, because I know where he's going. I can tell where this is going, and I can line shit up. And you just start, it's the yin and yang. You can work together like that. And so Tucker has that kind of relationship with his executive producer, which is why this broad never even fucking met him. Mm-hmm. It's like, he's got that. He can handle that. I can't remember what his name is, Jeremy or something.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, just fun. Like I said.
They're trying to kill. It's funny to me. They're always trying to kill these guys. Like, oh, Tucker. And it's like, okay, so show me where there's some giant sex scandal or he was totally inappropriate with chicks, but you can't. Unfortunately, you can't. He's been married to the same broad for 32 years or something. Same thing with Hannity. When they try and go after him. Now, Hannity's a douche canoe, but he's not a fucking creeper.
Right.
He's a dork.
You don't have to be likable, but you're not crossing any lines.
Yeah. You're not grabbing it. You're not all ass grabby and you're not titty grabby and inappropriate comment guy. They're just not. So it becomes really hard to go after these guys. You end up with this idiot like, oh, they put a Christmas tree up in the office, and I didn't know what to do as a Jew. And you're like, I don't know what every other Jew around the holidays has done.
Mm-hmm.
Should Macy's be in trouble for putting up a fucking Christmas tree in
Do
their
they even
window?
do that anymore?
Who knows? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
They've squawked enough that that's gone bye-bye.
Yeah.
Can't even say Christmas anymore. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah. Can you say Xmas?
I don't think so. I don't think you can refer to it. You just have to be a generic happy holidays
Hey,
thing.
at least they're letting us celebrate it still. You know what I mean? Like pretty soon it's probably going to be
Take
illegal
that
to
right
celebrate
away.
it.
Yeah, exactly. 11 days for all of you.
What is the name of Chris Newberg's special?
Way too soon?
Way too soon. He actually spelled two properly.
Yeah.
On his special.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, you can get that on YouTube. Chris Newberg, search his name, Way Too Soon, his new stand-up special, and he's really trying to plug that. Now, there's a big writer's strike in Hollywood that's taken place.
He is on strike.
Is he?
He is.
Did you talk to him?
I did.
Yeah. I was assuming he was because he's writing for so many things.
Yeah, I just didn't know because what I heard. I mean, also, I think it was only like 10 or 11,000 people in that union or whatever it was. So I wasn't sure if that was all. But that's L.A., that's New York, that's all like writers.
All the union guys,
something like that.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if maybe there's levels to that or not. If you have to be a full time,
Well, how does your union work?
Well,
like, I'm assuming, are you UBW or whatever?
IBEW.
IBEW.
International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
And then that's nationwide, right?
Exactly. That's international.
International.
That's right in the name.
Duh. Yeah.
But then each local jurisdiction is a local union. Like so you hear the local.
Yeah.
We're local 58.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
So. And then every city, basically every area jurisdiction, because like Detroit's, that's
so
just
they'll
ours.
even say like IBEW Local 58.
Yeah, that's
like
technically
in the
exactly
read.
what it is. Yeah. Well, usually it's just IBEW. Good for you, good for your family, good for your community. One of those.
Yeah.
That's the standard.
I used to love them, dude. They never changed their ad. I've told you that before. It was when we do them for the Drew Mike Show. We had like 5x7 cards would have the copy typed out on them, and Adam and IBEW in 15 years never changed. And so they'd be like, you'd get traffic would come down and bring you like a new 5x7 card. They'd be yellow or blue or whatever. And it was like, oh, these new ones, you'd alphabetize them. And then you just pull them up on your sheet, commercial sheet for the day. It'd be like, oh, in the 7 o'clock hour, you've got IBEW and Adam and a McDonald's. And Drew would do the reads for him. Those never changed. And they were just so worn out, like your fingerprints from holding it and the corners like that. They were so fucking worn out after 15 years of never being changed. It was like, I love IBEW, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. I don't even think they had a hook line. I think it was just, this part of the show is brought to you, Trudy News is brought to you by IBEW, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
I think it's usually good for you, good for your family, good for your community.
I don't know.
Maybe not into that one, but that's most of the ads that I hear. That's what they.
I don't remember that. Adam, the American Divorce Association for Men. I don't know if they had a tagline. They probably did, but anyways, going back to these poor union guys, writers in Hollywood, and that does involve Chris Newberg.
Right, he's on strike. Just stop telling people to go to YouTube and tell them to go to Dry Bar and rent the goddamn thing.
Oh, is that what they're supposed to do? He
wants clicks.
Link.
He needs views, of course. But the whole point of that is to show numbers. So when he has a little leverage, when he wants to go do one again.
Yeah.
Like, this is my last special. These are the numbers I got. So, So watch it over and over and over. Click it over and over and over. Send it over and over.
Let it run. Let it run.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Do it for our boy.
The late night shows hosted by James Kimmel, Steve Colbert, James Fallon, Seth Meyers, all ceasing production. It's remarkable to me. Like, it's one thing if you want to sit out in support of your brothers, you know, these guys that write for your show, but I don't think they're capable of pulling off an hour of entertainment.
Yeah, but you got to understand, it's deeper than that. I'm not saying that's not the case in some of them, and I'm sure these.
Well, we saw it with COVID.
Right? No, but my point is that it's different. This is a union strike, and all the other unions that work on those jobs won't cross a picket line.
Right.
So they're not. It's not because they can't write a job. They won't go in. Your camera guys, your makeup people. They won't go cross that picket line.
Are they part of the union too?
Well, different unions, but it's But that's the.
They're going to hang.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen it before. Members of the Writers Guild of America voted overwhelmingly this year to authorize a strike if the Alliance of Motion Picture and TV Producers, a trade association that represents more than 350 studios, did not approve a new contract with increased minimum compensation and larger contributions to pension and health plans. Union members are prohibited from working on their shows as of Tuesday. I was thinking... We saw this with COVID, where these guys had to. Remember when they had to work from home at first, and it was like, oh, they've got a stupid laptop in their cam, and they were so bad.
Yep.
It was like, how do these guys who professionally do you think there's a writing team here? Like, we can pull off an hour and a half and keep people mildly entertained.
Yeah.
I would think these.
You don't do a monologue though.
Yeah, we sort of do, I mean, and a monologue would be easy as shit, or nix the monologue for tonight. Big deal, But these guys just sucked. They were so bad, I don't know. Colbert was scheduled to host Priyanka Chopra Jonas. No idea who that is.
Is that Deepak's daughter that married Nick Jonas?
Is that for real, or are you just Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
Who knows?
Chopra
Maybe.
and Jonas.
Yeah.
I mean, that absolutely could be.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is. Chita Rivera. Okay. Wasn't going to be logging into the Stephen Colbert show.
Is that like Cheetah? Cheetah?
Chita.
Oh, okay.
Chita. Chita Rivera. Chris Hayes and Michael J. Fox were scheduled to appear later in the week. Michael J. Fox. They did... I record the Sunday morning CBS morning show. They do a good job. I think CBS's Sunday morning program it's a staple. It's been there forever. But they had
the sun, their symbol, right?
Yeah, and the music. They're good. They had Michael J. Fox on this Sunday.
How do you think he likes his martinis?
Shaken, not stirred. Definitely. It was. I can't believe they didn't put up subtitles.
Was that bad?
I couldn't understand a word he was saying, and he's sitting in his chair. I just felt so bad for him. He's slouched like this, and he's just a fucking mess.
Really?
He can't sit still at all, and he's trying to speak, and I'm like, I don't. Maybe the subtitleists were like, fuck it, let it go. I don't know what he's saying either.
You got anything? No, I don't fuck it.
But he's
awkward shaking, and just that to be their subtitle.
Yeah.
Uncontrollable shaking.
But God, they're talking about the pain, the reality of every muscle in your body flinching and tightening and all this. They show him
Is that MS? Is that what he's got?
He's got Parkinson's.
Parkinson's, yeah, sorry.
But he walks out of the New York studio. And he's got someone with him, just kind of helping him. Because, even walking, he's a mess. And wipes out. He's like, I've broken this arm, broken this elbow, broken this hand, broken my face from just fucking wiping out.
Yeah.
And they show him walk out, and he bites it, eats shit right there on the sidewalk. And this guy's helping him up, and another lady comes walking up. She's like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, you knocked me off my feet or something like that. Like, just seeing you knock me off my feet. Still has his sense of humor.
Yeah, sure.
And it's like, he's reserved. He knows he's not living to 80.
Oh, yeah.
It's just such a neat guy and such an interesting person who had the world by the balls. And it's just rough. It's sad to see him going through it, but he's raised like $1.5 billion.
Has he really?
Yeah.
Wow. I was going to say that's
for Parkinson's.
It's not like
research.
he's promoting anything, of work. I mean, so
he is though. There's a new, I believe it comes out mid-May, May 16th or something. It's called Still, and it's a Michael J. Fox documentary.
Is it irony?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he can't be still at all. Like, he tries. He's like, I can be still, and he's like, but I can't talk. He's like one or the other. But it's apparently this feature documentary about Michael J. Fox's life on, I believe, Apple TV.
I don't count that as working. doing a documentary. That's
they've got his whole family in it. He's been
yeah.
married to the same woman forever, and his kids.
She's an actress, right?
She was.
Yeah.
Yep. She made. I think he met her on the set of Family Ties, I believe.
Oh, creep.
Yeah. Same age though, and he's been with her for 30 plus years. So going to these other guys.
She's got any buyer's remorse?
I don't think so. She stuck with him,
Well, yeah, because you're gonna look like a total ass if you fucking.
Yeah, but you know what? After
that's not who I'm thinking it was.
What's her name?
Tracy Pollan.
Yeah, that's it. That's her.
That's not who I was thinking.
No. Maybe he was banging someone on the side.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, met her on Family Ties.
He did. Okay.
Look at you.
Yeah. I used to love that show.
Wait. Oh, I was like, met his girlfriend Ellen. I'm like, oh, and she played the role as girlfriend Ellen.
Yes.
Like, I was like,
that's what I remember
weird.
too.
They a throuple?
So Chris Hayes and Michael J. Fox will not be on this week with Colbert. Fallon was supposed to welcome Ken Jong. We had enough of Ken Jong.
Un?
No, not Ken Jong-un.
Oh.
Ken Jong from
The Hangover.
The Hangover, yeah. Showed his tiny dick in The Hangover. Jennifer Lopez and J.J. Watt this week. By the way, I was offended at the scroll. J.J. Watt and his wife apparently have put an offer in to buy like some soccer franchise or something. And so they kept saying like J.J. Watt and his wife, so-and-so Watt. And I was like,
okay.
He married a hot piece of ass because he's J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
Stop acting like this is her fortune. Like, I get it. She sits on his dick once a week. But, okay, we're playing this game again?
We are.
We're doing this like we did with, what's his name and her wife, Gates. Bill and Melinda Gates.
Yeah. Although she's got the nut now.
She does. And apparently Melinda was quite the... she was a lot more involved than people realized. She might have been an executive at Microsoft on some level.
Okay.
When he started fucking her.
Ooh, dipping his pen in the company ink.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Let's see. Kimmel was supposed to have Dr. Phil. Okay, Dr. Phil. And Ricky Gervais. Those shows expected to air reruns now. Real Time with Bill Maher as well. Saturday Night Live. Last Week Tonight with Jonna Oliver. Also expected to cease this week. Seth Meyers said he supports the strike, wants his writers to receive higher pay. No one is entitled to a job in show business, but for those who do have a job, they are entitled to fair compensation. They're entitled to make a living. I think it's a very reasonable demand that's being set out by the Guild, and I support these demands. So, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I mean, it seems like I don't know how it works with Newberg. He's like working on a show, and then I'll talk to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not working on any shows right now."
Yeah, well, a lot of those are just
seasonal.
Well, yeah, and gig work. You know what I mean? Because you do it for whether it be even a full season. You know, they film those things. They put them in the can in a month or a few weeks. You know what I mean? So it goes on set. He does that for bang, 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 and knock them out, and then they spread those out. You know, over 3 months or whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of like game shows do that a lot, which he's written on a lot of those. But I don't know.
Beach Shazam, The Chase. You know, I'm sure they film those the same type of way.
Probably.
He's got he's got a ton going on. But I mean now and I don't know exactly what this entails. I know it's the writers, the guild or whatever. No, it's not the guild, but it's the writers union that's on strike right now. So I don't know.
Might have been the Writers Guild.
No, I don't think it's the guild.
Writers Guild of America.
Oh, excuse me. It is. Yeah. See, I know more than I know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like I said, these talk shows that are shutting down.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much work gets done if people are crossing those picket lines, if not, if it's just the fact that they don't have writers.
Talk about it's such an incestuous group.
Yeah.
And smaller than you think in Hollywood.
And a picket line.
If someone crossed that picket line, man, it's not like an athlete when the NFL goes on strike and scab players. It's like, well, this is literally their only shot.
Right.
Like these people want to work again. Like you cross the picket lines there, that would be a real problem.
Interesting. I looked up Keelia Watt.
That's her name. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if she was something or had, it's U.S. sporting power couple. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this bitch is something.
Yeah.
Right? U.S. sporting power couple, NFL star J.J. Watt and football pro wife Keelia Watt.
What is football pro wife?
You bang a fucking pro football player.
Oh, my God. They're trying to give you a title for
pro
blowing
football
a pro
dick
football
sitter
player?
honor. Keelia Watt joins the Clarence family. Former NFL star J.J. Watt and his wife will today announce their investment in Burnley Football Club.
Yeah, there it is.
And
it
then
was
there was
scrolling on the bottom, and I was like, please, Kiri better come from a fucking, she retired half a billionaire herself from...
JJ first met Keelia during his time with the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
His then teammate Brian Cushing, who was married to Keelia's older sister Megan, introduced them.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, the couple they started dating in 2016 and were engaged in 2019.
Sure.
They married each other in 2020, choosing the Bahamas as their venue.
Of course.
Yeah. Of course they did.
Let me guess, is she pretty? Is she...
Based on the picture that I saw...
Or was she?
Well, that's why I was thinking maybe she was like an athlete. Or something. You know what I mean?
That,
she's a little thick.
volleyball?
I mean, I think they do like fucking hit the gym together. Looks like she could be a fucking USFL linebacker herself.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's just her, in her own self-preservation, so he doesn't break her in half.
Yeah, maybe.
You got to thicken up a bit.
She does look like she's wearing like a Team USA volleyball.
Something, right?
Something.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd think like they had an opportunity there to say that.
Yeah.
But no, pro football wife.
Yeah. I'd like to see their
dick sitter honor.
Yeah, dick sitter honor. I would love to see their banking statements and see, because I expect that those NFL paychecks. I don't know if they're direct deposit or how JJ's doing it, but then we could see Keely's, what she's throwing on top of it. Because obviously she's investing big time in this soccer club or whatever.
Yep.
With her husband.
Oh, I take it back. Here you go. Like her husband, Keelia is also a high-profile athlete known for her soccer career. And then looking at her, you can tell an athlete. Yeah. You just know.
Yeah.
So that was Team USA gear. And so she is a professional footballer.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right.
Well, wait a minute. And football pro wife, Keelia Watt. The actual, the Queen's football. So I take all of that back. I mean, she is a professional dick sitter honor, but football pro wife means she's a soccer pro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They misspelled soccer.
Yeah.
There.
I
was like, how are you calling that a sporting power couple?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
every athlete
Where did
is
she
wife.
play professional
I'm not digging that deep.
Yeah.
We'll find out. That looked like Team USA shit.
Yeah. Well, she's probably getting huge checks then.
I'm sure.
So she's adding to the pile, you know, that JJ's got going on. Crazy story this week. What?
I was going to tell you that insurance. Wait, no. I was going to tell you that when you support your sponsors, you support TDC. We appreciate that more than you know. So if you're in the market for something new or pre-loved, or you just want to sell your car, then give our friends at Zod a shot. They've been with us since the beginning, and they love taking care of you. Get out there today and lease a 22 Bronco Sport Big Bend all-wheel drive as low as $298 a month, or you can buy the damn thing for 1.9% financing. Or you can stop by Zot and lease a 22 Explorer XLT four-wheel drive as low as $282 a month, or you can buy that bastard for 1.9%. Well, you can get a new 22 F-150 Super Crew 4x4 XLT for $244 a month or lower. Yes, you could actually save another $20 to $50 if you qualify for a Ford private offer. But you got to call Anthony or Gabara. Call them today and see if you're eligible. Choking on my spit, excuse me. Plus, you can buy this bad boy for 2.9% financing. Get details and search Ford's banging inventory at dealsinthed.com.
Very good. Crazy story out of southern Texas.
Yes, sir.
You know, this weekend, the family of 5 killed.
Oh, yeah. The neighbor popping off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to just shut the fuck up.
Maybe.
That's the lesson I think I've learned. There's a time to pop off, and there is a time to not.
Yeah. I think when we think of immigration, you want to welcome people to your country that are going to enrich your country. They're going to make things better. You know, they add so much, not just diversity, but hard workers and whatnot. This guy, he's only been deported 5 times.
Oh, okay.
I believe. I'd heard 3. Now it's up to 5 times deported. And
he was not a legal American citizen?
No.
Oh, no.
I don't know that the neighbors they shot up were, though, either. It's crazy. Okay. Daniel Lasso is the 9-year-old who was
Ted's
murdered.
brother?
I think it's Ted's brother.
Oh, it's tragic.
Yeah. Or his son. He was only 9. He was shot by an illegal immigrant, Francisco Oropesa, over a fight about noise. Yeah, Mr. Oropesa was shooting off an AR-15 in the front lawn. And the neighbor had a 1-year-old baby trying to sleep. And this fucking dipshit is blowing off rounds of an AR-15.
Yep. Oh, listen, I get it. I mean, I don't support that in any way. Probably the time, not the time to go popping off.
You know what? He didn't even say, stop shooting an AR-15. I've got a 1-year-old sleeping. He said, you're shooting an AR-15 on this side of the yard. Can you just go to the other side of the yard?
Oh, isn't he? How do they know what he said? He's dead.
Not that kid, the uncle.
Oh, okay.
And then he was hiding in the closet while everybody else was being mowed down.
Oh, I got it. Well, hey,
Yeah.
survival of the fittest.
Yeah. So the uncle of the 9-year-old said him and the kid next door were good friends. They had a budding friendship going, and this dude came over and just blew him away. Not good. They would see each other regularly. Said there's a multi-agency manhunt for the gunman stretching into its 4th or 5th day.
I think he's self-deported. Number 6.
I think so.
That's safe to say.
I think he's from Honduras, so I don't know if you're going to find him in Mexico.
Yeah, just keep
Honduras,
going.
Yeah.
Are there any southbound caravans you can jump on?
No. Follow the ant trail all the way from Honduras up here, and he's the one going the opposite way.
See if you can get yourself a southbound pachyderm.
Ramiro Guzman is the survivor of the attack and the 9-year-old's uncle. They always went on bike rides together. They were like friends, and he killed him. Authorities are still searching for Mr. Oropesa after he allegedly fled.
How old is this dude?
He's 38.
Okay.
Yeah. Guzman was among 16 people inside the home. We've seen these households before.
Sure. I've seen those cars before.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, it was like, what's up with that fucking family down the street? Why do they have 10 family members living in it? And it's like, immigrant came across, and now you got 8 of them sleeping in a living room.
Yep.
Teach their own.
Well, remember the house? I think it was in Farmington Hills. The Chinese restaurant owner that they had the fire and had all the, I believe they were all Mexican immigrants that like their kitchen help and their cooks and all that stuff.
Ooh.
They're all living like in their basement. They just had like a.
Did they all die?
They all died.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a problem.
Why do I vaguely remember that?
Because it was local.
Yeah. But Guzman was among 16 in the house when this dude opened fire and shot 5 dead, execution style. So this guy was hiding in a closet with his wife and child.
Execution style? Is that like get on your hands and knees and I'm going to shoot you in the back of the head?
Something, yeah. I mean, I'm figuring if they're saying execution style, that they mean a very specific, like...
Or they're just trying to fucking dramatize it.
Maybe.
I want to see people on their hands and knees with their hands behind their head.
Yeah.
Legs crossed. Just bullet in the back of the head style,
Yeah.
if I want execution style.
Yeah. Yeah, true. He described Daniel as a great kid, said his parents brought him to Texas at the age of 3 in hopes of a better future. So I don't know if he was invited into the country for this better future or if he just...
he's a dreamer.
Yeah, just made his own way.
Yeah.
He was very loving. He never looked for trouble. He was always very loving. Yeah, he's 9. Yeah, most 9-year-olds are not looking for trouble.
I wouldn't think so.
No.
Some are.
The FBI has confirmed that more than 250 law enforcement officers, LEOs, if you will, are still hunting for the suspected mass murderer, who, again, they point out was an illegal immigrant. I'd say check Mexico or Honduras.
That's a good start.
You know, I mean, at least blowing a call, you know?
Yeah.
Authorities insist they will not rest.
Can't miss him. It's about a
until he's caught.
5'7", white guy, dark hair, brown eyes.
Yeah.
Can't miss him.
Yeah. He answers to Francisco. They said that there was a $55,000 reward for his capture. That was up to $80,000 on the story I printed. I think that's up to $130,000.
Oh.
Yeah. We're asking everyone for help so we can bring this suspect or this monster to justice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, Now, I no way, shape, or form condone this guy out there shooting a gun off. And I guess that probably explains why you don't call the police to report him.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to fill out that statement. Or show any sort of identification. But
yeah, might get your own ass kicked right out of the country.
when the guy's out there fucking spraying rounds with an AR or whatever the fuck it was, you may not want to put your 2 cents in there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
That's how people get killed.
Lesson learned.
That's how people get killed.
Yeah. I bet he'll think twice.
Yeah, don't think twice. It's all right.
Yeah. It's true. Our boy Ron DeSantis signed a few bills. Let's see.
Don't say gay?
No, it's different from the don't say homo one, which never said you can't say gay or anything.
Why are you misinterpreting? Don't say gay. It said it right in the fucking bill, in the name. I think that was the title of it. Don't say gay, Bill 1469.
House Bill
yeah.
0069. So he's got 3 bills. They target bail reforms, increases penalties on fentanyl traffickers, and makes those who commit certain crimes eligible for the death penalty.
Okay. Well, where's my early ballot?
Yeah, you want to fill that one
I'll
out?
fill that out right now.
Florida is a law and order state with a 50-year record low crime rate and double-digit year-over-year decreases in murder, burglary, and overall crime for 3 consecutive legislative sessions. We have enacted tough on crime policies, and this year we are continuing to implement measures to protect our communities and keep Florida safe, with an emphasis on keeping criminals in jail and throwing the book at the maps and the apps. Yeah, he's not thrilled with the pedos.
Oh, yeah, no. Who is?
Yeah.
Besides the maps and the apps.
The maps and the apps are all about it, and they're getting some, they're getting some love. They haven't technically committed a crime. They're just thinking an awful lot about fucking kids.
If they're getting love, they're committing a crime. Just saying.
That's true. They're getting love from others who are just like, oh, just leave these yaps and maps alone, Can't help who they fall
Remember
for.
the dude that had like the fucking 28-year-old wife that looked like she was 10 or whatever, or 8?
Yeah.
Like that was a weird gray area there, sir.
Yeah.
You found yourself a loophole. Congratulations.
Yeah. There's also the fuck doll community where they were coming out with like toddlers.
Right. Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, you can fuck its butt, its mouth, whatever you want on this doll. And it was like,
that chick's missing a real opportunity because she can fucking corner that market. She can be a legal woman that's a fucking child fuck doll.
Yeah.
You know, because they have all like you can get your particular porn stars pussy and all the different stuff.
Yeah.
You know, this is fucking
and buttholes
Sharon
too.
Cox's, well, whatever you choose. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, she should be out there with a fucking child fucking sized fuck doll. But you can't. I mean, it's a grown ass woman. It's a 28-year-old woman.
She just looks like she's 10.
Right. So she could corner that market.
She could. Although I think these people, part of it is that they are actually fucking a child. So when it's like, I think they'd start vomiting. They'd be disgusted. Like, oh, she's actually 28. Gross.
Maybe.
I mean, it's almost perfect. It looks like the toddler they want.
Yeah. Well, that's, I mean, it seemed like the best of both worlds, I guess, for a map, but perhaps it has to be actually. It's not just the look. What if it was an 8-year-old that looked like a 75-year-old woman?
Oh,
would that still fucking got to get in there?
What would this be like? What was that movie Brad Pitt did?
Curious Benjamin Button.
Benjamin Button situation.
Curious Case of Benjamin Buttons.
Yeah.
Never
Stick
saw it.
Benjamin in the button, something like that. House Bill 1627 addresses bail reforms through a variety of actions, including requiring the Florida Supreme Court to develop a uniform statewide bond schedule by the end of the year. The bill prohibits judges from setting a lower bond amount than the uniform state bond, prohibits a defendant from being released prior to their first appearance in court if they were arrested for a violent or heinous crime, and adds a series of crimes to the state's list of dangerous crimes.
What's the differentiation between dangerous or heinous?
Well, heinous has anus in it, so I'm assuming that means...
Oh, it's got just butt raping? That
raping.
Takes it to the heinous level?
Yeah, it's like anus crimes. I don't know for sure, I'm guessing.
Okay.
That's what I think it is.
Makes sense.
Yeah. House Bill 1359. So you're in favor of that one.
Sure,
no problem with that
I'm all
one.
in, yeah.
Increases criminal penalties on those who traffic rainbow fentanyl. How about we just say any fentanyl?
Yeah. Let's not get specific on that. Let's just any of the fentanyls. Yeah.
Any of the fentanyls. Like, oh, you killed all these people in the neighborhood with just white tab fentanyl. Son of a bitch.
It's not rainbow?
It's not rainbow. We can't go after him.
It's like
making
only outlawing black tar heroin.
Yeah, right. So it makes trafficking such substances eligible for a life sentences and has a minimum 25-year sentence and $1 million penalty. And then there's House Bill 1297, which imposes the death penalty on those who commit sexual battery against children under the age of 12. So if you start fucking 12-year-olds, Florida wants to kill you.
Okay, we go, Ron.
Consider this your warning, yaps and maps.
Holy shit, I might be moving.
Right?
No income tax down there either.
Lots of people are moving down there. By the way, who's fighting against these bills?
That's a great question.
You know what I mean? Like, who's the guy up there like, if
go.
you want to fuck kids in Florida, you can. My policy would allow heinous crimes to not be a crime anymore in the great state of Florida.
Before you answer nay, please stand up and loudly and clearly speak your name.
Exactly. Identify yourself, please. The governor said that he is prepared to take the fight all the way to the Supreme Court to overrule judicial precedents which have unjustly shielded kid fuckers from the death penalty and denied victims and their loved ones the opportunity to pursue ultimate justice against these most heinous criminals.
Wow, boy.
Yeah. I want to know who that guy is, though, that's running, to
opposition to that?
Yeah.
That's probably not a good stance to have.
I suppose if you wanted to be the guy that's like, bail reforms, there's some, I get it. I think it's really shitty. The guy that was eaten by bed bugs, for instance. I just think that guy couldn't afford, it was misdemeanor battery or something.
Right.
And they threw him in the clink and they're like, yeah, when you can come up with $25, you can get out of here. And he couldn't. And the bed bugs just ate him to death.
It's a shame because the family can now.
Oh, yeah, they can
They will be soon.
Yeah, soon they'll be able to when they get awarded $12 million.
They can't, that's not retroactive. You can't go back and pay it now.
No.
Get them out?
No.
That's fucking timing is everything, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm getting tired of some of these stories, T. These
Trans?
No, no, I'm never tired of those. Never.
Damn it.
No, these like old artists who are coming forward or their families and suing everybody who has like a hit single now of ripping them off.
Oh, yeah.
So it seems like the gays, like Marvin.
Okay.
Wasn't Marvin Gaye fucking murdered by his dad?
I'm not familiar.
I believe Marvin Gaye was shot in the stomach, shotgun by his old man.
Listen, dads don't like gay sons. I mean, I'm going to tell you. That's, it's a little more common now, but back then,
they
paid the ultimate price.
See if that's true. If Marvin Gaye was shot, I don't know if he was shot for being a gay.
Was he shot in the face by chance?
No.
Shot Marvin in the face.
So this is another copyright infringement lawsuit, this one against Ed Sheeran. But I believe the gays have gone after
an argument between father and son escalated into a physical fight in the morning of April 1st, no joke, 1984. Alberta Gaye was trying to calm her son in his bedroom when Marvin Sr. took a revolver given to him by Marvin Jr. and shot him 3 times in the chest.
Yeah.
That is a kick in the dick with a gun your son bought you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I thought it was a shotgun. They're saying it was a pistol?
Yeah, revolver.
Okay. All right. I wonder if he had a full mag or what.
Pistola, yeah, for sure.
In that
Extended
revolver.
clip, I think, yeah.
Extended clip,
No
yeah.
doubt,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 3 shots. I thought it was in the stomach, but chest will work.
I mean, hey, this is just, what the interwebs told me. You probably know better.
Do you think his dad walked into the room and said, son, let's get it on?
I doubt it.
Before he shot? I would have.
It'd be plagiarism.
Yeah.
Oh, this one says Gaye was shot twice following an altercation with his father.
Either way,
go,
he
get
was
it
shot
together.
by his dad.
Well, I know, but this one says 3 times.
Yeah.
And this one says 2. I mean, I would think those would be indisputable fucking accounts.
One would think.
Yeah, but...
well, we know he didn't do any proper healing, sexual or the other.
Indeed.
So Marvin Gaye's estate, I believe they went after... What's his name?
I think that one's full of
years
shit.
ago.
I'm seeing multiple things that he was shot twice.
Okay.
Wait.
Either way,
Holy shit.
Is someone else going to say once with a shotgun?
Yep, Marvin Gaye entered the bedroom and without a word shot his son once in the chest. The one shot was enough to kill to kill Gay, but after he fell, looks like he shot him some more.
Okay.
Well, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah.
You know,
His dad wasn't fucking around.
Finish the job.
Nice taking your millionaire son out. You know?
Yep. With the gun he bought you.
Yep.
Ungrateful
Dick move.
fucking bastard.
Absolutely. Yeah, he didn't like the Gay. Just didn't like it. So Marvin Gaye's estate, they went after...
he was smart to put the E on the end, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good move.
Gay.
Yeah.
He went after Robin Thicke a few years ago.
Okay. Who did?
The Gay family. The Gay family will not stop fucking suing people.
I'm guessing it's not Senior.
No.
Okay.
It's whoever has the rights to his
Alberta
catalog.
Gay, perhaps.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe Calgary Gay. Saskatoon Gay.
Perhaps. Yeah. I don't know. So Gay's estate accused Ed Sheeran of copying the iconic 1973 single Let's Get It On for his Grammy hit Thinking Out Loud. Trial began Monday in New York. Did you copy anything from Let's Get It On when you wrote Thinking Out Loud? No, he said. He also said, when we were putting this song together, we thought it was more of a Van Morrison thing. His Thinking Out Loud co-writer, Amy Wadge, took Sheeran's side, claiming the song they came up with sounded more similar to Morrison's work than it did Gay's. Once we had written and Ed started playing it from the phone, we said, it sounds like a Van Morrison song. It had the same sort of feel.
Get on board, Van Morrison. Get that lawsuit ready.
Yeah.
Here you go.
They're
You're up.
admitting it here. This is so... Okay, so why don't we play him and see if you hear it? This happens a lot. I think the best case was Spirit, and I think they lost in their lawsuit with Led Zeppelin in the Spirit song that sounded like Stairway to Heaven. And Spirit opened for Zeppelin for a handful of dates, and Page had heard them playing this Spirit song, and it absolutely is the same picking that you hear with Stairway to Heaven. And I believe they lost that, but there's no doubt. They'd ripped off so many fucking artists, Led Zeppelin. I mean, it's very, it sucks as someone who loves Led Zeppelin.
Don't forget the classic.
Oh, but yeah, they paid for this.
WordPress made easy.
Oh, stop it with your fucking ads.
Stupid ads. Is that the ding, ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding, ding,
but
ding?
it's one of my favorite things. Look at it.
Same bass line. Like it goes ding 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 diggy ding ding. Ding 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 diggy ding ding. Ding ding ding. That's the way theirs goes. Ours goes ding 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 diggy ding ding. Ding 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 diggy ding ding. That little bitty.
It's all I need to
God, it's
hear.
all I need to hear. Yeah. I mean, that's one of my favorite fucking clips of all time. It's completely different. Theirs goes ding, 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 ding. Mine goes ding, 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 ding. It's totally different.
Yeah.
How could you even?
He's got a shit-eating grin on his face as he says it.
Nothing alike. That's Vanilla Ice with that shit. Unbelievable. That's one of my favorite of all time.
Yeah, it's great. So go ahead. Let's play this clip. Now, this is from ABC News, so I've kind of fast-forwarded it to where we can hear the music.
The micro concert for the court was part of a lawsuit by the family of Ed Townsend, co-writer of Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On.
Let's get it on.
Great song.
Let's get it on.
Now listen to Thinking Out Loud.
Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70.
It's not whether the
That's not ding, 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 da, da, ding, ding.
No, let me want to hear those again.
witness stand, briefly playing the chord progression.
I don't hear it.
I didn't either.
For his Grammy-winning song,
How did I go?
sang a few of the songs.
How far was?
Let's Get It On.
There we go.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
Now listen to Thinking Out Loud.
Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70.
It's not whether the songs are merely
What do you do when you're 71, by the way? That's it? You're out? You'd love until they're 70, but
Oh, yeah.
you're
Is that what he said?
71,
Till
you're out?
70.
yeah. Well, I hope maybe not 17.
Yeah. I don't hear it.
Well, I don't. I mean, I don't hear clear as day. I don't have an in-depth fucking ear for that kind of stuff either. So when you get into the microcosms of that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
but it's got to be getting to the point where most everything's been done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to be completely
100%.
original. But
here's the thing, too. They've sued in the past, and they won like millions of dollars. I'm trying to think what the lawsuit was, but this family has gone after other people, and
well, Marvin's gone, so they got to get their nut somehow,
right? Yeah. So
I wonder what his fucking catalog's still paying these days.
Probably a fairly good amount.
I would think, but you never know what this stuff pays anymore.
So let's see. His lawyer, Farkas, Ed Sheeran's lawyer, argued that the 4-chord progression in question was very basic, and no one owns basic musical building blocks. The two songs share versions of a similar and unprotectable chord progression that was freely available to all songwriters. There is so much truth to this that if you want to play a pop song, it's 4 chords.
Yeah.
It literally is
In fact,
G,
Sheeran,
C,
have you ever
D,
seen
and
the
A.
clip of him doing that?
I've seen other people do it where they'll play 80 songs.
Anything, yeah.
using
There's
the same,
name anything. He's like, and I can do it in a 4-chord progression.
If
And
it's
that
a pop
might have
song,
come
yeah.
up based on this lawsuit. Or is this
They
brand new?
did. They did play those guys. There's like a band that's what they do. Is they'll keep playing this.
This was Sheeran on on a talk show or something. Was talking about it, and
It's easy to do.
they were like, yeah, they're like name. He's like, I can play any song in a 4-chord progression.
Yeah.
Like name any song, and they just started popping off songs, and
Yep.
he's blah 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 blah, and just fucking, but.
play it, and I think
Townsend's heirs accuse Sheeran of copying the sheet music. But his attorneys played this video to show how common 4-chord progressions are in pop music.
Can't read my, no, we can't read my poker face.
Come on, Bobby, let's go party.
Lost and insecure.
Okay.
yeah,
Whoever
just a
those
snippet of
clowns
that.
were. Yeah.
It's a great clip watching those guys do it, and they do like every
They do
pop
any
song you've
song,
ever
yeah.
heard, and they're playing the same 4 chords. It's very easy. I don't know how you would like those two songs did not sound.
They did not sound anything alike, right? So that's
To
what I
me.
said. I mean, when you get deeper than that, it's hard for me to speak intelligently on it. But to my ear, like, at no point in time I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, that sounds like. Let's get on.
Yeah. I mean, literally every song. Watch an artist's hands when they're playing acoustic guitar. They're playing the same chords over and over. Maybe they strum it a little faster. Maybe
Yeah,
they
it's a very limited.
staccato it. There is, but it's. I don't know where you go in the future. And to that point, he previously expressed frustrations with these types of lawsuits. It's really damaging to the songwriting industry. There's only so many notes and very few chords used in pop music. Coincidence is bound to happen. If 60,000 songs are being released every day on Spotify, that's 22 million songs a year. And there's only 12 notes that are available. I'm not an entity. I'm not a corporation. I'm a human being. I'm a husband, a father, a son. Lawsuits are not a pleasant experience. Ed Sheeran actually said, if I lose this lawsuit, I quit.
I believe it.
I'm out of the music business.
Fuck this.
I don't need
I'm
this
not
shit.
doing this shit. Exactly, because who's next?
Yeah.
The precedent will be set. The dominoes will fall.
Yeah.
And there's probably a million that actually sound identical to it, but they're just bullshit YouTube whatevers that, But Sheeran's got some money.
Yeah.
So he's the one to go after.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, he's playing. He's doing a Ford Field, I think, or Skeezers with Little Caesars Arena. He's doing a full stadium show here, but then like the night before, he's playing a show at the Royal Oak Music Theater.
Wow.
I mean, to see somebody like that at a tiny venue like that, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I think you had to like enter to
I'm
get
sure.
tickets, whatever. But
Yeah.
still pretty cool for somebody like that to do it.
Yeah.
They don't have to, but. And he's somebody that I actually and
That'd
I
be
don't
cool.
I don't really
I'd like
I
to
wouldn't
see
mind.
that.
I mean, and I'm not a huge Sheeran fan, but I
Yeah.
can respect his talent, but off the charts.
Yeah.
And somebody like that just shows me that they appreciate the music, they appreciate the fans, that they do those little kind of things. You know what I mean? That could
Yeah.
just be an off night, before you make your nut at Ford Field.
That's what White Stripes used to do stuff like that too. Like all of a sudden they just show up on a street corner somewhere and start playing.
Yeah.
And then word would get out and it would turn into a fucking zoo in an hour,
Yeah, Prince famously was doing some of those those
Yeah.
little pop-up shows, things like that
Yeah.
there towards the end.
Very cool.
Very cool. You don't get many opportunities to see and do that kind of stuff. So
Yeah. Switching gears rather dramatically. I think the gays have it pretty good in this country as far as
with or
rights
without
go.
the E.
Without the E.
Okay, all right. I just wasn't sure which gays we were talking about.
Talking about the alphabet.
I don't think Marvin has it
gays.
very good. I don't think senior or junior have it very good
No,
these days.
no, not at all.
So yeah, I was clarifying.
I think, but you're talking about 1984. With that gay, those gays.
Yeah.
I'm talking about today's gays. Just the GAYs. And, there's a lot of bitching that goes on, and we want this right and that right. And I think they're pretty well taken care of in America. It's not true everywhere, including Uganda.
Oh, they're not down with the...
Not really.
With the Moes in Uganda?
They passed yesterday a strict anti-Alphabet Mafia Plus bill that would approve the death penalty for people found guilty of butt sex when HIV positive.
Oh, well, that's attempted murder.
Yeah, but not in America. I've never understood that, by the way. I've never understood that, why you don't have to declare your HIV status to someone. Like, it sucks for you. That sucks if you've got the HIV.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be able to just go wailing on assholes.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
Dude, you did too much of that. You got yourself here. You do not get to just continue down that road.
It's not like the herp where you get a big old fucking billboard on your lip.
You can't tell right away.
No, the HIV, you don't know. Until they start getting all skinny and shit.
What about straight people with the HIV?
That's still the same.
It's because it says if you're found guilty of having gay sex when HIV
well, you said butt
positive.
sex.
Yeah, I did. I paraphrased.
Have you ever put your penis inside a butt?
Yeah.
Well, then you're a homo. Okay, by your standards.
Not a man's ass, though.
Didn't say.
Well, this says people found guilty of having gay sex when HIV positive.
Oh, you said butt sex. I thought it was anal sex.
Yeah.
But you said gay sex.
Gay sex is what they're claiming.
Okay. Well,
so what about if you were just banging some chick in the ass and you've got the HIV?
It's not gay.
What are they saying? Like, dude, get over it. There's no straight guy that has the HIV.
Right.
Stop it. The bill received wide condemnation from the EU, the United States, always poking our nose and shit. I think as long as you're putting it into
a chick's butt, it's fine.
It's fine, even with the AIDS?
I guess so.
Despite requests from...
I'm not going to pretend to know the inner workings of the Ugandans.
Yeah, no. Well, President Yoweri Museveni, they've asked him to tone down the law. The new bill threatens capital punishment for so-called aggravated homosexuality. So what is aggravated? Like you're angry? Like you're fucking...
It's next level.
Really hammering something.
It wasn't generous butt fucking. It was
aggravated.
Yeah.
Almost sounds like a crime. They're trying to make it a crime. It could have just been friendly asshole sex, but they're saying aggravated assault, aggravated homosexuality.
Yeah, so if you're a very gentle and generous lover, is that still?
It wouldn't be very aggravated. Are they claiming that any gay butt sex is rape?
Well,
because if you're aggravated homosexuality,
isn't sodomy a sin?
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
Oh, weird.
The bill also provides for a 20-year sentence for promoting the homo. So if you're like, hey, this is Bill, he's a homo, we love him, you should talk to him.
You should
hang
open
out
up your
with
butt
him.
and take his
No,
load?
not even that. I'm just promoting him. He's a great guy. You should interview him.
What if he's like an awesome rapper and you're his promoter?
Yeah, you're looking at 20 years, fuckface. What do you think? 20 years.
Tough down there.
Activists argue this could, in practice, criminalize any advocacy for the LGBT people.
Oh.
Museveni, an opponent of the alphabet rights, has signaled he plans to sign the bill once certain changes are made with measures to rehab the homo people.
Oh, we're going to pray the gay away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's like, look, Bill, I know you love sucking cock and sitting on cock. Knock it off. Knock it off. And if Bill's like, all right, fine, I got it. And you've rehabbed him. And it's like, Bill's a great example. He loved sucking cocks big time. And now he's not so hot on it.
Okay.
We rehabbed him successfully.
Took the temperature down a little bit, did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the president of Uganda thinks he's still in that zone where we can pray it away, or...
Yeah, we'll see. Let me know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work.
Didn't Africa have like a huge fucking AIDS blowout there for a while?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. AIDS was rampant. It was a common cold.
Still
might be.
They even have condoms in Africa?
What?
Exactly. Condoms?
Condoms, that thing again. I don't know. I doubt it.
The ketchups, the mustards, the relishes of the world.
Yeah. Yeah. So the legislation was amended to note that merely identifying as gay is not a crime. Well, that's good. That's a good start.
Yeah, until you fire that weapon.
Yeah.
Having a gun is not illegal.
Yeah.
Shooting somebody is.
Yeah, true.
So
being gay is not a crime, but putting your gay dick into a guy's mouth, huge crime.
Right. Being gay is owning a gun. Having AIDS is loading the gun.
Yeah.
Putting it in a butt is firing it.
Firing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's levels.
Death penalty, dude. It also revised a measure that obliged people to report homo activity to only require reporting when a child is involved. So if you're walking down the street in Uganda and you're like...
They have streets?
If you're walking down a dirt path by your neighbor's hut
with a basket
in Uganda,
on your head, coming back and
with
forth
a
with
basket
water.
of fruit on your head, and you
Swatting
notice...
flies.
Yeah, you notice like Bill went into my neighbor John's house a while ago. What's going on in that hut?
Sounded like they might have been getting into a fight. There was some grunting and some groaning going on. Yeah. The hay was shaking.
Yeah. A lot of what I thought someone was being slapped about the face.
Yeah.
Turns out it was an ass cheek. You know, because you cannot, if you're trying to sound.
They didn't even have electricity, and it sounded like they were making mac and cheese.
Yeah. Or if, you know, I mean, when you're talking about a grass and mud hut, you know, keeping the sounds to a minimum, it's very hard to soundproof a grass hut.
Sure.
So sounds are getting out, and it's like, they're like, all right, if Bill and John are just butt fucking in there, leave them be, you know. But if there's a kid in there, taking it in the can, you can report that.
Sure. But you can't report it. But it doesn't matter if there's AIDS involved here or not, the HIV. It's just...
Oh, yeah, no, if the HIV's involved. If
then,
it's just
yeah.
two gay guys getting it on, 69 at each other, just blowing each other's pogo sticks, you know, that's okay for now.
That's consensual.
Yeah. Lawmakers remain defiant in the face of international criticism. Let's protect Ugandans. Let's protect our values, our virtues. We have a culture to protect. The Western world will not come and rule Uganda. Uganda, be kidding me. So yeah. They're like, fuck off, America. Fuck off, EU. If we want to tell homos they cannot be butt fucking in their hut in Uganda, stay out of our way.
Plus, I mean, they're firing off bazookas too.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah. That's
just
guns.
not your average fucking 22.
Yeah. Pew pew.
Yeah.
It's not a pew pew.
No.
Agnes Callamard, Secretary General of Amnesty International, said the passing of this appalling bill is a heartbreaking moment for the alphabet community and their loved ones in Uganda. President Museveni must urgently pay heed to the community's outcry against this bill and urgently veto it. Nobody should ever be criminalized for their sexual orientation or gender identity. UN experts said in a statement that the imposition of the death penalty for same-sex intimacy, including so-called serial homosexuality, is an egregious violation of human rights.
Well, you know.
What is serial homosexuality?
They're doing it a lot.
Yeah.
One
Is that what
time,
that means?
one time's experimenting, dip your toe in the water, see.
What if it's like once a year on my birthday?
I wouldn't call that serial,
What if you've done it every year on your birthday for 20 years?
I'm not sure that qualifies as serial. Maybe.
Really?
Perhaps. I don't know. It's their rules, not mine.
What if it's a different dude you're banging every year on
don't.
your birthday again?
Again, I don't know that part matters.
They should have a carve out for your birthday.
Maybe.
If it's your birthday, fine. You can go and boo-foo a neighbor or something.
I think that my platform for running for president was going to be that you get your birthday off and paid, no matter what.
No matter what you do?
Yeah, no matter what you do. Nobody should have to work on your birthday. That's your day. That's the one you get. All these people get fucking President's Day and all this other stupid shit off.
Yeah.
But you make it special. You make it personalized. Everybody gets your birthday off. If it falls on a weekend and you're not working, you can choose the Monday or the Friday. Totally up to you.
So how does your pay scale work then?
Huh?
How does your pay scale work?
You get paid for a day, whatever it is.
Yeah, but what about the homeless community?
Fuck them.
They don't get paid on their birthday.
They don't get paid not on their birthday, so fuck them.
Okay,
No.
all right, fair enough.
Yeah, get a job. You want to get your birthday off paid, then get a job.
This platform that you're promoting is you're going to have people pushing back on it.
That's fine. I'm not worried about the homeless vote.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll worry about the employed vote.
Okay, all right. So then, a day's salary for me is a whole lot less, believe it or not, than like Elon Musk. He probably makes, I don't know, $100 million on his birthday. Whereas I make, like, doing this show, carry the two, like $12 on my birthday.
Yep.
So do I only get $12 then? It's like my normal wage?
Yeah. What the fuck do you think it is? You're going to get Elons for the day?
Well, I don't know.
Is it like Christmas? No.
Come out with a thing. It's like everybody gets $1,000 on their
or
birthday.
you could fucking work and get your $12, or you can not work and get your $12.
No, I don't want to work. No. I'll
There
take
you
the
go.
day off.
Okay.
What if my birthday falls on a weekend when I wasn't working anyways?
Okay,
You
well
get the
then-
Monday or Friday, did you
Yep.
say?
You get, because exactly, it's not your fault of which day, because it changes every. So if it falls on a weekend and you're not working, then you get to choose either the Friday or the Monday.
All right. Can't choose both?
Nope, only one day. How many birthdays you got?
I don't
Come
know.
on, man.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
people-
see, it's people like you that fuck the system up,
I'm
man.
just
I'm
trying
trying
to-
to do a good thing for people here, and you're just trying to fuck it up and down.
You basically just came out with the elementary school campaign running on free chocolate milk and extra recess.
Okay.
Is basically what you're running on. I'm providing a tad bit of pushback. Believe me, the fucking people that are coming, they're going to come after you. They're going to go, what about this guy on his birthday? This guy makes so much more on his birthday. It's not
Doesn't matter.
fair. What about the homeless community? It's not fair. That's what
Doesn't
they're going to
matter.
do.
Life's not fair.
You're
Eat a
going to
dick.
just tell them eat dicks,
Yeah,
eat the
just
whole
not
bag.
in Uganda.
Yeah, don't go to Uganda and eat the whole bag.
Right.
In America.
I wouldn't recommend Sudan these days either.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Hey, insurance. We all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasick from Wasick Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business, which probably changed. It's probably got to be 40 years by now in the business, and offers all types of insurance coverage: auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Just call Brent Wasick at 734-455-1900 and get a free no-obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900 and ask for Brent Wasick at Wasick Insurance.
You're a fan of fish, right?
With a PH or an F? Both, actually. Well, more F than PH, but yeah.
F.
I'm a big fan of fish, yes.
Have you ever jacked
myself
off a fish?
I have not. In fact, I've never seen a fish's dick.
No, I haven't either.
I've caught a lot of fish. Maybe they're all chicks, but I've never seen a fish dick.
No, I haven't either. But there's this like Michelin. I don't know how the Michelin stars work for these chefs. Like, do you have to apply to get like a Michelin?
Yeah.
And is a 1-star guy versus a 5-star? I'm assuming 5 stars the shit.
Yeah.
Can anybody get a Michelin star 1? Like, yeah,
No
McDonald's.
idea how it works.
Yeah.
Not even a
You're
guess.
a great cook. You should
I
look
am.
into this and see
I
if
am.
you can get Michelin rated.
I'm more of a Goodyear guy, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Spanish chef David Munoz. He's got the squiggly line above.
Oh, it's official then.
Yeah. He has 3 Michelin stars.
Okay.
Is planning to add a concoction to his menu at his renowned Diverexo restaurant in Madrid. And he was so inspired by this experience tasting Shirako that he's like, from this Japanese chef,
Sorry.
Hirosato, served him Shirako, and he's like, this is the greatest thing I've ever eaten. It's a white paste made from fish cum.
Okay.
Obviously fish cum because we keep getting more fish. Don't they like lay eggs, the woman, and then does the guy come by and jack off on them or something?
I think that's basically how that works, yeah, because caviar is fish eggs. Roe, R-O-E,
Okay.
ironically.
Versus Wade?
No, but I mean, roe is a term for fish eggs.
Roe is a fight
Okay.
and big fight when you bring Wade into the conversation.
Yeah, right.
Huge fight.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this guy, he goes to Japan, and Chef Hirosato is like, here, eat this. It's called Shiraku. The guy's like, this is delicious.
A Michelin star is not easy to obtain. The stars are awarded to restaurants that the Michelin, whoever the fuck that is, considers the very best in any given city. So Michelin star means you're the best restaurant in that city.
I'm going to call you a Goodyear chef.
That's fair. Yeah.
Goodyear star rated. Fine. Fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? I wouldn't mind being, what is it? What are those other ones? Starts with a P. Pirelli?
Pirelli, yeah,
Pirelli,
sure,
yeah.
yeah.
I'd like to be Pirelli rated
Okay.
star. But I stink. I can only make like mac and cheese, grilled cheese.
Yeah, that's
That's about it. I don't know if that's worthy of a star of
that's
anything.
that's like a Walmart star.
He said that this is an indescribable taste. Grilled Baroon fish Scirocco. It's indescribable. It blew my mind. The Japanese dish might be a little too outlandish for his customers, with some saying just the thought of fish cum-based dish was making him feel sick.
Homophobe?
Yeah, right?
Jeez,
what is this,
fucking
Uganda?
Square. Expand your mind.
Yeah, right?
Come on.
Yeah, we're in Uganda. If you eat this meal in Uganda, do they string you up for that?
Maybe.
The seminal fluid is extracted from the fish in small sacs. So they have ball sacks, I'm assuming?
Oh, you got to keep the nut somewhere.
Usually white or light pink in color. I've seen them be a little pasty, little beige at times.
Yeah. Depends on what they primarily eat.
Yeah. No, I'm talking when it's streaming down a girl's forehead or chin.
It goes from milky to more clear as temperature rises. Yeah.
When it hits their cheek is when you're gonna, and they go, oh, that's where you get that mostly white color. But then as it streams down their face, what happened?
Hold on.
I
was going through a list of Michelin stars in Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Just to get, or Detroit specifically. Let
Okay.
me go back to the top to find this. Oh, maybe this is not. All right.
Do we have any?
30 Michelin star restaurants in Detroit. Yeah, we have a lot, actually. Whitney, Mabel Gray, Salt and
Whitney's
Standard. Great. Yeah, there's quite a few. So I don't know if they just do it every year. You know what I mean? Is how they do it.
Perhaps.
But I came across one, gross, that was surprising to me.
Huh. McDonald's?
No. Number 12 on the list.
Buddies.
Yes,
Seriously?
Sir. Buddies.
No.
Buddies. Buddies fucking Pizza apparently has a Michelin fucking star.
Wow.
So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you could get it for a pizza place. I mean,
Cliff Bell's? I mean, it's not, the food's okay. It's good. It's not like fucking 5-star.
What is Cliff Bell's?
It's like a fucking jazz fucking club.
So this fish nut, it's usually extracted from small sacs, white or light pink in color.
Do we have any video of them extracting?
No. Before being eaten raw or after it's grilled or fried, and then they usually they jack it off onto a thing of rice.
Okay.
Would you try that? Would you eat fish
I'll
cum?
I'll fucking eat anything, man. Listen,
Gross.
Like I said, I'll eat a pig's ass. You cook it right, man. I've eaten too many things in this
Yeah,
world.
but pig's delicious. Bacon alone.
Sure.
Pork chops.
The inside of that fucking
do
taint, though?
pork chops come from pigs?
Wow. Yeah. Good
Yeah?
job.
Okay.
Pork. Yeah. That's,
All right, I didn't
Pork
know if
belly.
it was lambs, because there's lamb chops,
There
too.
are lamb chops, and
Yeah.
those are from lamb. Lamb
Yeah.
chops, pork.
Got it.
Comes from pork.
Got it.
From pigs.
Yeah.
Pigs are
So
pork.
fish cum, dude cum. I mean, you said you'll try anything.
Yeah, well,
because
in
if you were
when they do dude cum in some sort of a gourmet meal, perhaps.
Really?
But for now, we'll start with the fucking fish cum.
Yeah. I don't know. Fish cum, man. I would maybe fried. Maybe fried fish
Make sure they cook all the gay out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Can we get it like a dip?
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Like a spinach artichoke dip?
Yeah, that'd be kind of good.
Oh,
that.
look who's coming around to the gay side.
Yeah, I'm coming around is right. I want to know who the first guy that fucking figured out you could beat off a fish, and then who was the guy that came in hot right after him and was like, let's eat it.
Yeah, right?
You know?
What's that taste
I
like?
always want to know who those people
Just a
are.
little-
Oh, it's not bad. It's a little salty.
A little better.
Yeah.
It's got a milky finish. Oaky.
This would not be bad on a pile of rice.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap it up, T.
Okie dokie.
Let's get on out of here.
Yep.
Let's do an
I got places to go. People to see.
Let's do an email.
All right.
How about tomorrow we do a Ask T. Roy? Feel free to send your questions in. Walters at DetroitCast.com. Anything's on the table. You can ask.
Don't ask me about fish cum.
Don't ask him about fish cum. I mean, not too much. Don't overdo it. Right. Hey, Mike and T. Roy. Dolls and awkward stares is the subject. Mike and T. Roy, your recent conversation about Barbies and dolls brought up an interesting memory. I was walking through the toy section of Walmart so my daughter could pick out a new toy because daughters get what they want, because they get what they want, apparently. My child walks over to the black dolls and loudly exclaimed, "I don't like black dolls." Mind you, we're very white. My kid takes after her mother and is extremely pale. All of the 5 people in the aisle stopped in their tracks and stared at us for what felt like a solid 10 minutes.
Well, let's hope they weren't black.
Well, I'm guessing they were. In reality, it was probably 10 seconds. I was doing some serious internal reflection on the drive home. I don't want to be inadvertently teaching my kids to be racist. I was put to ease when she managed to explain in her 4-year-old way that she meant she wanted dolls that looked like her, pale with red hair. I just wish in the moment the little asshole could have saved me some embarrassment and hardcore judgment, but fuck it. It was at Walmart. I'm thoroughly enjoying the Ask T-Roy segment. Keep up the good work. Chris, the accidental racist. I also once called my friend Marcus, a black man, Marcus the Darkest. He was dark as fuck, though, and it sounded cool.
Yeah, sure. I bet Marcus
cool.
didn't hate it.
Hell no. Marcus
badge
the Darkest.
of honor. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I like that.
I had when I will say one of my children, I won't out them, were a baby. I was at the grocery store, and they were in the cart, in the little baby seat thing and I was unloading. I'm putting the shit on the fucking thing. And I hear her go, "Oh, Daddy, look, a monkey." And I'm like, okay, and the magazine aisle's right there. I figured there's a monkey on one of the magazines.
Sure.
I'm like, okay, yeah, honey, it's a monkey. And I'm not paying any attention. I'm unloading my cart. I'm getting all this stuff going. She's like, "Monkey, Daddy, monkey, monkey." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a monkey, honey. Okay, great. Yeah, it's a monkey." And I get done and I look back and there's a black woman holding her baby, this little black baby with a fucking diaper on, big fucking afro, and just fucking staring at him. My daughter's like, "Monkey, Dad, monkey."
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. If you could have seen the look on my face. Actually, you should have seen the look on her face. When I finally turned around and was like, and she's just staring at me.
Did you say anything?
Well, yeah. I was just like.
You're like, she's one.
Right. Yeah, no. And I looked at her and she was just like judgy as fuck,
Really?
And I was like, honey, nope, that's a little boy, honey, And she's like, "Okay, cracker, get the fuck out of here." Well, like, you know what? Go ahead, just put theirs on mine too. Let me go ahead and take care of this. Yeah. Right. Unfortunately, there's 7 people behind me who were black. Just keep them coming. Yeah, I got it all.
Sorry, ma'am. Yep. All you folks, put your food stamps away. I got
this one.
one.
When I fucking finally turned around and I saw that fucking baby, I was like, "Oh, fuck."
We were at Greenfield Village. I remember going there as a kid. I think it was Greenfield Village. What's the other one? I always get them confused.
Henry Ford
Museum or Greenfield. The Greenfield Village is where you walk around. They got all kinds of shit. But I loved it because they had soft serve ice cream. And they had chocolate, vanilla, and swirl. And I remember going there with my buddy's family. And that's all I cared about was the ice cream. And
they have that everywhere.
No, I know, but as a little kid, I wasn't going out exclusively. But little Renee, my buddy's younger sister, was like, she's like 3, and which would have put us around 8, 9 probably.
Yeah.
And we're in line getting ice cream, and she gets a chocolate ice cream, and she's like, "Mommy, our ice cream looks like her." And she's pointing at the fattest, blackest woman ever in line. My ice cream looks like her. And she's pointing at this black family. Even at my age, at 8 or 9 years old, it was like, oh fuck. Shut up, Nene.
Yep,
Shut
that's
up.
not going to work.
Yeah. Sorry, Nay. You cannot compare humans to your ice cream color. They don't know any better.
Right.
They say the damnedest things.
Don't they, kids?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Nothing. What are you going to do?
Gladly we didn't get shot.
Right. All right. Let's get out of here, T.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll be back and do it again tomorrow, and hopefully you'll all join us then.